My name is Santiago, and I'm the founder of LiquiZone. LiquiZone is the first liquidity infrastructure layer to standardize pool health monitoring to protect capital, traders, protocols, liquidity providers, and the whole Cardano ecosystem. We're trying to solve the inefficiency responsible for suppressing DeFi growth, the hidden liquidity fragmentation that causes again and again failures, flash crashes, and price collapse. If you look at other blockchains like Ethereum, for example, with their aggregators, they optimize individual swaps, which is helpful but reactive. Solana's MEV solutions manage extraction, which is important but incomplete. Cardano needs an answer to protect capital and traders. Cardano needs something to get ahead of the curve. LiquiZone approach is unique, a predictive crisis layer that empowers protocols to prevent the disaster before it cascades into complete failure. LiquiZone provides Cardano with a competitive advantage opportunity against any other blockchain. I have experienced myself the pain as a Cardano value investor going through cascade failure after cascade failure. I'm pretty sure many of you can relate to this frustration. After analyzing these events as a technical trader from a liquidity crisis standpoint, I decided to create LiquiZone to anticipate, prevent, and mitigate crises. Cardano's high decentralization and hands-off philosophy make it especially vulnerable for liquidity fragmentation. Why? Because its philosophy increases the liquidity coordination demands, which can lead to that higher liquidity fragmentation across the ecosystem. Without strong, predictive liquidity intelligence, the risk of mechanical liquidity failures under stress are almost inevitable. Cardano is resilient by philosophy but unforgiving of late discovery. LiquiZone provides early visibility into liquidity stress, allowing pools, liquidity providers, and protocols to adjust before mechanical failures escalate into systemic crisis. As a believer in Cardano's mission myself, I can't wait to bring LiquiZone to the community. Cardano needs LiquiZone and needs it urgently. Right now, without LiquiZone, pools degrade silently. And what I mean by that is that everything looks absolutely perfect on chain. TVL looks healthy, liquidity is there, standing. But the problem is, all this TVL and all that liquidity is unusable when the ecosystem, when the environment becomes under pressure, when it's stressed. What really happens when the pools degrade is that then suddenly the traders are hit with unexpected double, triple, or even more slippage. Liquidity providers panic withdraw, making the situation 10 times worse. Protocols discover the crisis too late, but the time they want to do something about it, prices are already down 30, 40, 50, 60%. It's completely out of control. Doesn't allow them time to do absolutely anything about it. With LiquiZone, it's a complete different story to a similar scenario. With LiquiZone, a pool shows degradation evidence in advance. The protocol, once they see that degradation, they activate countermeasures in advance, such as fee adjustments or liquidity injections. The crisis is prevented by applying the right measure, the right countermeasure, at the right time, when it really matters, when you really can make something about it. Same market stress, completely different outcome. Without LiquiZone, prices will keep crashing out of control, suppressing institutional investment and mass adoption. And it's a shame because there are amazing ideas on Cardano that are literally dying on arrival. And I can tell you that because I'm now competing with LiquiZone on Project Catalyst to bring LiquiZone MVP to life. And I can see other proposals that could add a lot of value to the Cardano community, to the ecosystem. But unless we sort out first the liquidity fragmentation issue that is responsible for causing these cascade failures, the survival rate is going to remain very, very low for most protocols. LiquiZone value proposition is more important than increasing TVL to have absolutely no impact under stress. It's more important than additional research or innovation that will fail without even having a real show. Before the ecosystem can flourish, we need to fix the elephant in the room, which is addressing the liquidity fragmentation issue. We need to do this first to reduce systemic risk and open the floodgates for effective implementation and higher protocol survival rate. Anyway, I'll be releasing more videos in the coming days to talk about hot topics, including the caveats of decentralization, why Cardano unfortunately is not ready for mass adoption, or why liquidity fragmentation is absolutely killing DeFi. I can anticipate that some of these topics might be a bit divisive, but I promise you, I will cover them without restraint. It will be my raw opinion, and I really hope, if you don't agree with me, at least to consider that my opinions are coming from a tough love standpoint. Now, if you agree with my points and like my videos like this, please let me know. Like, subscribe, and all those things that YouTube loves. And I'd love to hear from you as well. What is really relevant to you? Tell me in the comments. What is the biggest liquidity failure you personally have experienced as a trader, liquidity provider, or protocol? On the other hand, if you don't agree with me, if you think that liquidity is not such an emergency, let me know in the comments as well. Even if you completely disagree with me, give me a thumbs down. I'm fine with it, but at least tell me why. Give me the opportunity to respond to you and start a conversation. As well, remember, very important, vote for LiquiZone on Project Catalyst to solve what is now an emergency for Cardano. We are competing for funding on Catalyst to bring to the community monitoring for more than 1,400 pools within the first year. More to come. I will leave the link in the description. Have a read. See if you like what we are trying to achieve, if you think it's relevant, and give us a vote. I hope you are enjoying your holiday season, and I'll see you all very soon. Until the next one.